All right, in this video we're going to look at the first two slope fields that are on your handout, and we're going to just give you an introduction and start working on this. So what a slope field does is it figures out the slopes, because you'll notice our equation here says dy dx. So it's finding the slope at each point, and we're just going to do it at the points where there are dots on the sheet. And so I'm going to just start off where x equals 0. I got to get my pen up and ready here. Let's see. Let's pick purple. Okay, so right here where x equals 0 along here, we're going to plug in 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1, which means we're going to have a slope of 1. So we can visualize a slope of 1 is like going from here to here. We're just going to put a short segment, and every one of these is going to have a slope of 1 because x equals 0 at every one of these points. I'm going to go to the left because I'm noticing right here x equals -1, and -1 plus 1 is 0. So my slope is going to be 0, so I'm going to draw a short horizontal bar on each of these dots. And since I moved to the left, I'm going to keep going over here. And now my x is -2 for all of these. So I'm going to plug in -2 plus 1, which gives me -1. And so I'm going to visualize, okay, the slope's going at that angle, and I'm going to go down 1 over 1, just a short portion of it on each of these. Going over here, x is -3, so my slope is -2. I'm kind of visualizing this, and there we go. It should be steeper and negative. On a AP exam, if you draw these, they're going to look mainly to see, do you have the right slant, and it should look steeper. They're not going to actually count it out. All right, same thing over here. X equals 1, our slope is 2, so I'm going to visualize this. Most important is that it's still a positive slope and looks steeper than the last one. I'm going to get really steep over here because when we add 2 and 1 we get 3. So we get something like this. And over here, 4. So very near vertical. You don't want to make it vertical, but it's going to be really close to vertical. And there we go. We've made our very first slope field. Now you might already be thinking, boy, I could draw graphs on this. And so you could see that here your derivative is 0, so you're going to have a local minimum, and it comes down, and you've got symmetry. And if you're thinking this is a parabola, you're right on track, because we could take the antiderivative of this. And when we take the antiderivative, y would equal 1/2 x squared plus x plus c. And so we get a family of parabolas. And where is our minimum going to occur? Well, if we took the derivative, which just takes us back to this, our minimum occurs when x equals -1, where it equals 0. All right, let's do another one. And in this one, it's a little trickier because it involves both x and y. And I'm going to start by thinking about where are those horizontal derivatives. So I'm going to think in my head, when does x plus y equal 0? In other words, when is my slope equal to 0? And that's going to be any time x and y have opposite signs. So let's start here at 0, 0. I'm going to put in a horizontal one. If I go to -1, 1, I get another horizontal, -2, 2, 1, -1, and 2, -2. Those are all my horizontal ones. And the question becomes, are all of them going to be the same on the diagonal? So let's see. Let's go right here, and let's see. My point is 0, 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. And here, 1, 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. And here I'm at 2, -1. That adds to 1. And you're going to see that all of these, 3, -2, and -2, 1, they all add up to 1. So I have a slope of 1 that I drew for each of those. So I'm thinking that we might have this pattern going on. I'll just test it out. So this is at 0, 2. Yep, that adds up to 2. So I'm going to have this steeper positive slope. And then this one is 1, 1. That's good. 2, 0. And 3, -1 all add up to 2. Then I'm going to go here, and I'm at 1, 2. That's going to be a slope of 3, so even steeper. This one and this one. And let's say I'll just check. I'm thinking these will be 4s, 2, 2. Yep, that makes sense. Slope of 4, and these get really close to looking to be vertical. All right, now let's fill in the other side. Let's start with the easy numbers here. So -1, 0 is a slope of -1. And when 0, -1 is -1. 2, no, wait a second, that's 1, -2 adds up to -1. Here we've got -1, and out here also adds up to -1. And you probably see this pattern now. So this is going to add up to -2, -2, -2, -2. It's going to be -3, -3, -3, -4, -4, and this last one, -5. And so we get this slope field, and we'll talk more about this in a future video, but they aren't all going to be the same solution. Our previous one, everything was a parabola. This one has one solution that's linear. Over here we have solutions that are concave up, and over here we have solutions that are concave down.